Time to dust off the mice for this final map of this best of 3. It's OpTic up against ENCE. Both of them picking up their map picks in the final 2. And now we have the culmination of this best of 3, Niels, the elimination map. Yeah. One team will be going home, and it's incredible to say it's going to be ENCE or OpTic. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah, really ridiculous. But also we're going on to the map that both teams lost on in the first day, but they didn't just lose like a one-sided game. It was two 14-16s. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and predict another 14-16. I don't know who's going to win it, but yeah, it's going to be close.
I feel like that's the safest bet here. A close game, which is what we've had for these previous 2 maps as well. 16-13 on Nuke for OpTic, 16-11 on Train for ENCE. So definitely a contest between both. OpTic were trying to pull back that previous map, but the Finns were far too powerful. Key players this game so far has been interesting. We've had Cajun light up the scoreboard. He's sitting at a 125 rating after the previous maps. Yugi's actually been having a fairly good time considering he has been struggling as of late. But him and Nico have also been up there for the side of OpTic, flipping things over, looking at ENCE. I mean, Alu obviously performing out of his mind, and Sergey right alongside him. So the pieces of the puzzle are coming into place now.
Oh, for sure. Team huddle for OpTic as we get ready to move in to the game. Pistol round stats on your screen. 4-2, but pretty much opposite. As Alu just enjoys some coffee. He was actually in our green room getting some snacks and some coffee, just getting ready for the next map. Always, of course, allowed. You can't deny the king of Finland anything.
Absolutely not. Coming into this game as well, it was 2-2 on pistols for both teams, and ENCE have been far more successful in these pistol rounds in this series so far, so that's why we do have their inflated stats.
Yes.
That's always nice, getting off to a good start, finding that pistol.
Well, that's what you always say, like, if you win 2 pistols in a map, halfway there.
Yeah, well, not anymore, but that used to be the way. Maybe like a quarter of the way there, maybe a third.
It's always, at least I always see, like, when people go on Twitter after losing a game, it's like, oh, we lost both pistols. It's a good excuse.
No excuses here. Elimination on the line. Dust 2 is the final map, and what a battleground this could be. Snappy with the Xbox smoke coming straight in, but we've got 4 players in the tunnels. It's not looking like a quick B hit, so they might wrap down lower. That being said, actually, it's a sneak B hit. There's only 1 man here committed inside of the site, so we're going to have to see that rotation. Sergey moving through the door. X7 tag, but he can just hide. He can just be such a nuisance. He spotted 5 players here, and already the flanks are coming in. Sergey trying to defend the site. His teammate's dead. So is he. Alexa B's in through the door with 1, but ENCE can just give this up. ENCE can just hold the cross until the smoke cuts them off.
Goes for the peek through the smoke. Just takes Snappy down to 68. 2v3. Bomb will go down. Something that we didn't really see a lot of on Train is Kids in that pistol round and an aerial. A nice headshot. It's all on Snappy.
Ooh, he's found 1. Can't get the long-range duel though. Aerial there with the USP is going to be able to clean it up. Nice round from him and Sergey. Crucial kills on that rotate in through the door after Alexa B at the back of the site spotted the 5-man push. Bit telegraphed there for OpTic with how slow it was for them to walk out of that tunnel. That kind of setup can be so much better if there's no one in the back box spotting for a range, because it can be very hard to kill that player with a Glock.
Both teams on this map right now, as we do see the buy coming in on the T side. Config, Cajun B, and Snappy, interestingly enough. With AKs, both teams very similar in their play styles. Both teams very similar in the percentage of where they win their rounds. 53% around that mark on the T side for both of them. Also known for having close games on this map. But decent scorelines always end up winning it out.
Ooh, look at this push from Alu. Oh, they've not heard it. He's crept in behind. Aerial's 1-for-1 up on short, and he's going to go get back another one as well. Nico dropped. This is where Alu can strike, and oh, they spotted him. He's got to be very quick. He's got to get a kill here with the Crocodile, but they bite back. Cajun B finds his head, and now it's a drop to the CT spawn as OpTic rally back towards B.
Yeah, and Cajun B is just holding the angle here. Surely he's going to get at least 1 there, and that's what they want. They want to just trade 1-for-1 because they have a 1-man advantage. Aerial's going to come in. The second that they see him, they're going to Molotov him away. No smoke. So they have to take the duel at some point, but he's only on 28 HP. Refract to be coming in, and that's exactly it. Like, you can always trade 1-for-1 when you have that 1-man advantage, and with him being low on HP, it's nicely done by our good boys over at OpTic.
That was very close. 4 kills in that round for Aerial. He was one off of the ace.
Yep.
And even put that last player to 30 HP as well. So nice trading from OpTic. They didn't cross behind the smoke of the Molotov, which is what maybe you would expect considering their lack of utility, but they get the job done, albeit messy. That being said, with them losing the pistol anyway, they brought up 3 AKs into the second round and actually picked it up, so it kind of works out for them. You can lose a pistol, but if you're bouncing back with a force by round, sometimes that can even be better.
That is true. Tied score. Yes. We look to move into the game once again. Be a slight technical issue, but it's been fixed now. We do have the force up on the CT side. A couple of UMPs and some pistols, but very little utility. The first smoke landing down here, LXB taking damage as well. Yugi with a nice scout kill. Straight up and pushing into B. Cajun holds the B push.
Yeah, this is as done as can be. I mean, it's the only UMPs are left. And they're deep on the other side of the map. The bomb working through tunnel right now, so that will be a plant and a guaranteed round for OpTic. You rarely see force buys work on this map when you have this kind of buy. Obviously, we saw OpTic win one, but that was 3 AKs, and very reliant on those rifles. You rarely see rounds like this work on CT or T side with pistols and SMGs.
Yeah, it's only when someone like pulls out a ridiculous deagle play or something like that that it happens. It's very hard to play CT with limited utility on Dust 2. Aerial and Alu just looking to save here, bring these UMPs into the next round, potentially stack them on the same bomb site, have a decent fighting chance. If not, bring them into the next buy afterwards and play the long game on new ice. OpTic are very happy about this so far, surviving with 4 AKs and the scout on Yugi. He's going to keep that for the next round being as well. So economy is going to be allowed to grow for the Danes as they wrap their second in a row.
Yeah, the flawless round is so nice to see from OpTic. Not letting ENCE challenge him too much with the pistols. This from Yugi as well. He didn't even, he barely spotted LXB move back to the left side, only just a pixel, and that's enough for Yugi. If you're letting him get warmed up like this, that is a sign of potentially terrifying consequences for ENCE.
Yugi.
It's always scary, right? Ooh, trying it again. Oh, he tags him.
Yeah,
I think that was the AK, actually.
Yeah, I think that was the scout first and then the AK. Down to 5 HP, Sergey. Could be some B control coming in from the T side. Nico does take some damage, but Confix finds the frag and they just keep tapping away. Losing HP, yes, but no one's dead yet.
Lucky Snappy ducked there. Config shot just above his head. Not sure if that was a cool or a very
coordination.
Close. Yeah, right. Probably very close to being a team kill, but hey, it will work. 2-1 now made 3 as ENCE still hold the UMP in both Aerial and Alu's hands. They're going to look for exits here because it will be an upgrade anyway coming into the next round. They kind of want AKs to be taken. And so this is a good hunt to make. There's still Cajun in the spawn to cut off any kind of push. Yugi watching down below. He's going to miss the flick, but he's got teammates around to support him. Aerial dropping one, Yugi with the trade, and that's fine. OpTic, they rid ENCE of everyone. But either way, ENCE wouldn't have been playing UMP in this round.
But also, OpTic are pretty happy that, like, losing the scout, that's not a problem. They're going to upgrade that anyways. Survive with 4 AKs, get the bomb down, like everything, it's fine.
I'm pretty sure there's not going to be the AWP for the CT side. That is, in fact, true. Alu, not quite the money just yet. Yugi's gone straight for it. Won't get that mid-cross tag or kill. Aerial has to forfeit long already. He was a solo man towards that position. The OpTic abusing the spawns to get out into the pit.
And that's something that we were talking about yesterday when we saw Bravado play against OpTic, is that OpTic on the T side, when they are playing against the full buy, they love to just take long control to begin with. Just get out there, get Yugi into the pit with the AWP, and then make a mid-round con after that. They have several defaults that can spread different ways. Usually it always has either Snappy or Cajun be up in the B halls towards dark, or tunnels if you call it. And then they'll kind of figure out where they want to go. Right now, ENCE is read into this, so they know they have long control. They're stacking a couple of players on towards that A side. We're probably going to see the elevator boost. Or are they going to play around the smoke? Config moving in.
They could boost and try and catch out a player on top, but you can't boost when one man's already dead. Alexa B through the smoke, an attempted trade by that M4A1S, and Aerial drops the bomb. That's good. You won't be able to hold on to it. It will be picked back up, but already on the site is Config, trying to lock off short where one player sits. Double CT push, and only one man needed for that kill. Yugi tries to slow them down with a Molotov, but they'll boost up into the hand of Cajun, who taps down one. 2-on-2 here. Retake coming from short, and that's all that stands now Alu, as Yugi's long position is going to be too strong.
I think
he
he
even
heard the
moves
step.
in, and yeah, I think they know he's here. The smoke going to give it away, and Yugi's there. 2 kills for him. And OpTic, this is a great start to this map.
Also, one thing to note about Dust 2 is that it is a very, very momentum-based map. If you can get started, like, it's so easy to just roll on round after round after round, confidence-wise. And that's the thing that we didn't see yesterday. Like, we didn't see OpTic really get rolling. All the individuals didn't really step up that much. And Bravado was allowed to create a lot of space for themselves. So far, it's been looking way different, like, just today in general, compared to the first. The Yugi's stuck in the nades. And remember, this is not a big investment round, almost. It's going to be a second kill. They're going to get the nade kill and the USP kill. This is a low investment round, another one from Sergey. How are they going to turn this around?
It's the mid push now, but
Pistols
we've already got 2
and
players. Oh, Sergey, he's on the site. Now with the tunnel push, they've got another gun to work with on B. They're walking into Sergey. They're just going to get it for free. Aerial finds them both. Sergey just plays a distraction, and that's all they need. What a round. I mean, that's what we're kind of expecting the individuals to shine through, but not in that way, Niels. Not in a pistol round.
That was some next level stuff. Nice by Yugi, but he gets stuck in the nade.
He throws his gun back when he sees them go for that nade stack. He tries to give it back to his team so it isn't retrieved by the enemies, but...
And then the teammate tries to run away really fast, but no time with the USP charging in.
Now we've got the double AWP. Sergey's going to be on that alongside Alu here. We've got Alu down on long. Sergey, he's sat on the B bomb site once again. It's a new home for now, as OpTic try and take this cat control. They've not gone for the fast long play. They didn't have the spawn for it, so instead they opt for short.
Flash timing on the corner. I have the potential of dropping 2 smokes and playing CT, or just playing the A split with 2 just going down and then coming up from either elevator or up to the ramp. 1 player on the A slope. 1 player on long, probably going to rotate car the second that a smoke drops, and then 1 player holding long house. OpTic. Config is ready with the smoke. Deep nade. Does decent damage on Nico. But they're so static right now, OpTic. We know what they want to do. They have taken the map control, they've put down some utility, but the mid-round call is coming in. They're switching it up.
They're going B after all. X7's got to deal with only a solo tunnel player, and he'll try and flash his way into the corner, try and hide behind Sergey up above. He fires off with the AWP. They line up. He can't land either. His team damage is finished off by X7, but he's still got to worry about this tunnel fight. Tries to jump up, misses the angle. Still there's a player in the window, and Sergey's going to send him packing. 1 man on the site, and Config will keep this alive for OpTic. That allows Cajun B to finally move back in from the tunnel, and the retake is on for ENCE. 17 seconds. That bomb needs to go down first. Oh, these nades could deny it. They're a little bit too deep. Alu's going to try and come above it, though. Fake plant. An aerial moves in. That's the round. Bomb dropped. Cajun too far away. He can't even find 1 kill.
They're just going to rotate away. There's no reason to peek whatsoever. Oh, and they even take the weapon away from him. What a great round. What a great round for ENCE.
Yeah, really nice work from Sergey as well. I mean, he only gets 1 kill, but he gets so much information from that peek up on window that obviously his entire team have rotated at that point. X7 has a huge performance down in the tunnels, shutting down 3, I think. So not much. Oh, sorry, well, 2 actually. Not much OpTic can do there. And now, look at this. Not much I can do here. It's pistols. ENCE have broken that money. A couple rounds in a row from the Finns. A couple of AWPs still in play. Sergey is now tasked with watching mid.
That deep Molotov is like just perfect on the time. They wanted to go short early on, but were held back a couple of seconds. Now moving in, Deagles, P250 and 1 clock. Flash timing possible to go and take over this A bomb site. Let's see how they're gonna play it. CT flash comes in there, perfect timing. They're gonna go in anyways. Bunny hopping onto the site. Alu with another deep nade.
Oh, it will take 1. Alexa B chiming in with a single M4 kill. Everyone's hitting the scoreboard right now except OpTic. Alexa B still here on the site, and he's just watching up on Cat where they see 1 more player. The head's been spotted. X7, he's just tapping away. Finally going to be helped out by Alexa B, who will not finish it off. It's X7 with a jump. 4 rounds for ENCE, nice and clean.
And tied game, 44.
Yeah.
This one is predicted to go all the way down to the wire, and so far it's back and forth, as games like this usually go. And also as games like Dust 2 usually go, all down to the momentum. Who has the swing? Yugi this time, no utility whatsoever. The rest of the team with decent setups. CT side with almost everything they want, including a double up setup and kits on every single player.
Yeah, waiting for some aggression, potentially spotting towards middle, seeing if ENCE want to push up into their face. Mid-smoke definitely creates a question of, is there someone lower? Are they Xbox? But that's cleared out by Config coming through the tunnels. Sergey's going to drop off of mid, and we can actually see a rotation of Alu, who comes in from the CT spawn instead to take this angle up. This is a good angle if he plays a little more passive, because he gets to see their legs before they even spot him, but he wants to take the pixel gap through the door instead, spot the cross. This gives him a lot of info if players are crossing from B to A or vice versa. And he might even get a chance to take a kill. With it, there it is, Cajun's dead, and Alu can just go back towards A. He knows that Cajun was trying to cross towards his A site, so that's a little more information to work with, and the smoke makes it blindingly obvious. Molotov, they have to run through it. They're going forward, and they're going into the hands of Alu, who's on 3. Headshot through the wall. Nothing is stopping this man. And just 2 left up for OpTic. They've got to have a plan up their sleeve. Bomb yet to be retrieved, and Alexibi will not give them the satisfaction.
That flash timing, or those both flash timings were perfect. Alu with great play. Flash comes in as well, and OpTic just completely shut down and can't really seem to find the groove back into this game right now. It's ENCE shutting down for the last couple of rounds. Nice little shot there by Alu. Now, a potential for our good friends over at OpTic to have a talk. Timeout has been taken.
This has been a really strong start for Aerial as well. He's setting up at 13-3 right now. And we've had different players throughout this series step up per map. We had X7 and Alu over on Nuke. We had Sergey, of course, with alongside Alu over on Train. Alexibi definitely chimed into that map with some crucial impact. And Aerial now sitting top of the board for his team. It's always nice to see a bit of variety.
Exactly. It's nice to see that they can step up. Like, as we say, like, every map is a different story, and every player has different maps where they feel more comfortable than others, and also just timing coming in the positions they play, the help they get. This is a full eco, so no help will be given to OpTic. A couple of Desert Eagles and armor on Snappy. Damage done to Cajun B.
Yeah, Alu knows it. Doesn't want to overstay his welcome, though. Will fall back. It's a flash on long. Gets OpTic out, but out into the waiting jaws of Alexibi. Continuing with 2. They're not going to go through that smoke.
Nah, there's no way.
OpTic not really catching a break in this round, but this is the nature of pistols on Dust 2 Neils. We know how useless they can be at times. Even Deagles sometimes.
Even Deagles. And when you're up against Alu in mid Dust 2, there's just no way. He is such a solid player. Missing the long range shot here, but just holding the pixel angle close.
Oh, that's awkward. Luckily, there's a second man here. Someone should probably swoop in and pick up that gun post-round. Yugi's also been tagged. There's 2 low players here. And Alu, I think he finally realizes it's just not worth it. Hold a different angle. Don't peek into it. Don't give him an opportunity. Yeah.
He wants it so bad.
Oh, yeah, he's going for it. Stop feeding them kills.
It's actually, Alu's the only one who's not dying. He's lost 2 teammates to these 2 Deagle players. And already now, like, this is fine. They can deny some of the economy on the CT side. If they can get another gun in, and they will. They will get another frag in. They're not going to take anything away from the round, surely.
That was so unfortunate, because Alu was backing off towards B when his teammate moved in through spawn to cover that cross. And yeah, Alu gets shot in the back while climbing up towards window. He should have gone towards door, and they wouldn't have had the angle. But
3 kills on a very low investment round.
Yeah, and 4 from Alexibi, so very reliant on him to go big.
Yep.
That is, that's just a sloppy round from ENCE right there.
It really is. Now the off comes into play for Yugi. And this is one of my favorite duels, and one of the things that I was looking forward to when I saw the team list for this event. Alu versus Yugi, 2 very different types of AWP players against each other. Alexibi caught off guard. Config dropping straight into pit, not the off this time around, but he will take the duel nonetheless. The player on A slope was too slow, rotating in to safety, but Aerial, if you will, rotating quickly, pushing mid. Has so much map control right now, so much information, and that's why you see the rotation over towards this A site. No one's here, no one's towards T spawn. Either they're committed fully towards B, which is going to be cleared now, or they're going to all be stuck on long. And Sergey's taking the aim.
Even though X7 spots one player there, he spots him retreating, so they know it's going to be the A play, and it's made blindingly obvious. Alu's dead. Sergey, another AWP in the picture, but he's out of the sight in the smoke. It's Aerial on the flank to find two. This equalizes the situation after he's traded back, and the late short split could be caught out by X7, who's trying to wrap back from middle. He's going to be a little bit too slow, which allows Snappy to get up onto the site. A bomb plant going down for short, but is he ready for such a fast peak? No, yes, he is. That's the wrong word out my mouth, but the right bullet in his head.
Some would say that he's a bit snappy.
Yeah,
hey.
Clearly.
Let's see if Sergey can deliver some of the same, but in a 1v2 with an AWP, it's always hard.
Yeah, I don't think this one's going to be easy.
Oh, he's going to go for it. Ooh. Quick scope. It's not far off.
Given the AWP over as well, free upgrade taken. Things are looking up for OpTic. It was a bit of a strong start for them that fell off to a 6-4 scoreline, but now at least OpTic are back in control. Down a round, but they've got the money behind them, as do ENCE. However, the double up's still going. I was going to question how often they're going to keep that in the hands of Sergey, or maybe throw it to X7, or even just rid themselves of that secondary AWP. But X7 tagged on the cross. Sergey trying to fight mid this time.
Still, ENCE seen as the favorites on GG bet. But actually, sure, I would agree with that one. Very close game right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say the odds are far more equal at this point. So definitely potential money to be made, but also money to be lost here as the economy for either team on a rocky road.
Config knows that there's a gap now. You can just hold this. The question is, it's always like, is it intentional? Is something going to happen? Is this the start of a play? But it's actually just Alu not hitting the correct smoke. Sometimes you can just theorize too much and Config eats the nade.
It baits the close peak, which allows him to nade it. Again, not knowing whether that was intentional, but it works out damn well for Alu. He will be tagged off the angle, but 3 players hit low, and he's decent.
He has an AWP, so he has to hit the first shot anyways. If he has 19 or 100 HP, is almost doesn't matter. He's going to be taken out if he misses that first shot.
This makes those M4s just that little bit more dangerous.
Exactly. Helps his teammates. It's the first one. Nicely done by Alu. Aral. Driving frag towards long. They have good long control out the CT side, but Alu missing the shot there. Config getting the enter with the AK-47.
That was misinformation for ENCE. They saw one player back off of short, so maybe they assumed that they'd given up on the at least short position for now, but in fact they bursted. They surprised ENCE. However, that surprise only lasts so long. Cajun's been cleared. Molotov to cut him off, and just like that, this round is probably going to be over. He's just looking for kills. Consolation, but X7 won't give him a thing. Team ace from ENCE, everyone putting in the damage here as the defuse comes through for 7.
A reset as well. That was round one for OpTic, then straight back on what will probably be a 4-spy now. And Alice just, his mimics are just insane. I also saw, like, at the end of that second map, he did a little dance and everything.
Really?
Yeah. He's an entertaining guy.
Tactical pause here for OpTic, and definitely a good time to do it. As you say, the reset coming through. We mentioned in that previous round that, you know, the money was bad for both teams. Whoever lost it was going to be put down to pistols. And so what can really OpTic muster here? Nico's the only man with any money to his name. We could see a dropped AK and a fast burst into B, for example, but more likely than not, it's going to be ENCE taking the next round.
Yeah, one thing that the guys over at OpTic haven't really tried on the T side so far is their B split. They have a pretty solid quick time takeover T mid, go into B, put the double smoke setup down, and just split towards that site. Might see that come in now, with a couple of players going lower to upper tunnels and then hit the site. First of all, they're going to take control over T mid. That's the default beginning.
Sergey can't spot it, but they certainly can hear it. This deep smoke allows them to push into middle. Already up short are OpTic. Alexa B, he's ready on the site. He's found himself one. Cajun's dropped. The AK gets shuffled over to the hands of Nico, and Config's already dropped Aerial. This AK round is turning out to be very, very good for OpTic. They're finding a lot of damage here, and they're getting themselves into a great position. Problem is they've yet to cross towards the site. They're still caught on the corner of short. Yugi down to 9 HP, and already that wrap coming through. There may be a bomb plant for OpTic, but how much further can they get after that?
Yugi finding the frag. could potentially smoke this off and help his teammate when he spots something long. It's a 2v2. There's a kid on Sergey, so there's still time.
Problem is, if Yugi just hides up on short, ENCE double playing long, they're going to have to move very, very, very fast.
Oh, he can play with the smoke here as well.
NiKo's not got armor, so needs to play this headshot angle on top of the site. That's exactly what he's doing, looking for a kill, forcing the fight, getting traded by X7 and Yugi hiding. There's no damage nades left up, it's only a smoke. X7 may as well just stick the defuse here. He's running out of time, he's running out of options, but Yugi's forced a peek, and I don't think there's time.
Might just be in the last second.
Oh, he's got it!
The last second he gets the defuse, ends on 8 rounds, and Yugi not satisfied with that.
No, that's so unfortunate as well. I mean, Yugi played it fine, he played it passive, he threw a flash over the top. That's definitely a situation where if you're Yugi, you should be peeking.
Yep.
There's a smoke on the bomb, there's only 5 or 6 seconds left. There's a very good chance X7 sticks that, so it's just a game of unfortunate timing for Yugi.
And it's almost the same thing as that round on Nuke where I was planning on that B bomb, where Yugi was in a 1v1, where he goes for the bait shot on the diffuse, and the diffuse is the sticks it. That's 2 1v1s Yugi lost, and basically he played it correctly, but he still lost.
Yeah, I guess maybe having flashbacks to that previous time, not wanting to repeat the same mistake, because that really hurts. When you call someone's bluff that they're not defusing and then they actually just stick it, that really hurts, because you know that you could have killed them while they were on that bomb, but you took a risk and you didn't get the reward. ENCE, however, they have been rewarded. 8 rounds to 5 and all the money to play with. None on OpTic.
And also one thing to remember is that another timeout was taken, I think, by OpTic here as well. So they only have 1 remaining with some quick maths. And that's before the first half is done. I'm all for spending those timeouts, but that's a lot of timeouts taken in 1 half.
Let's see if that comes back to haunt them if ENCE start to run away with this game. It's close for now, it's still up in the air, but it will be a 9-5. Surely no way OpTic can find anything out of these 2 Deagles. Or at least not enough to contest ENCE. Make them sweat. Cajun looking in middle, he might catch Sergey repositioned, but the pre-scope is there.
Now Snappy, 1v5 with a Desert Eagle and a Dream. No armor, even taking a bit of damage, so the M4 headshot is going to be deadly. Snappy would... Yeah, in this situation, like if you can get 1 for 1, if you just can deny 1 weapon, then he's going to be happy with it. And he can. It's going to be the perfect round for ENCE. The economy is strong. Don't really need it because it's the last round of the first half, but it's just a sign of how they've played these last couple of rounds. It's been straight rounds, 2 diffusers, and then this round here, fully perfect.
Yeah, looking far more prepared coming into this map. ENCE definitely look comfortable here. OpTic have yet to really groove away at this team. However, this could be a chance, maybe a 6th round. Look at the pace. NiKo, he's charging middle. He's going very, very quickly for this mid to be split with no smokes, and their CT players might not expect it. I don't know if they've got a smoke down to actually hold that cross, but NiKo's diving over the top, and there's no way ENCE are ready for that. Look at this play. X7 does hold his own with 1 frag. If he can find a double, that's amazing, but he's just not going to be up to the task. OpTic overwhelm him. Alexi B, maybe setting up that tabs and Molotov. Not going to be going for it after all, but it could force that player off of the bomb site instead. Yugi watches the flank, and Snappy's in a great spot to get a free kill. It's last round of the half. ENCE have got to go for it, but B is never a tantalizing site to retake, even with a man advantage, so let alone already down 1. Config holds the window, and that's when Snappy drops it from behind and seals the deal for OpTic. 6 rounds and a half, and Snappy's made it work.
As we see Sergey being taken out, 9-6 will be the scoreline. This is the exact B-split that I was talking about earlier. Quickly into teammate, take control, single or double if you're really afraid of maybe a boost position down towards CT, to that smoke, and then just rush that B bomb side. Make the window guy come in first, but also make some presence known from tunnels so that the players on B will be focused on tunnels, and then just hit him straight with a double angle coming in, and yeah, it works. I'm just perplexed they didn't use it earlier. That's definitely a strategy you can throw out maybe 2 times in 1 half if you do it with a couple of rounds between it, but yeah, I don't know. But they made it work in the end, so it's fine.
6 rounds T-side, not the end of the world, certainly doable.
It's still doable, yeah.
Get a pistol, you should be fine, but we've already talked about how good ENCE have been in pistols.
Exactly, that's the thing, like you're relying on the fact that you can get the pistol out when you're down this score, because if you get it, it's going to be straight up, like it's going to be tied up 9-9. That's something that Roger is saying right now. Just going over the pistol again, reiterating the importance. Doesn't really need to say it to these players, they already know, but he's just like running through exactly what we're doing. whose role is what flash timing do we have, if we want to have a flash timing. It's definitely, like, as far as I know, they have multiple pistols on this second half available on this CT, on this T side. CT side. Our brain is fried.
No, all good. Happens to the best of us, Niels. Cajun spotting mid. It's going maybe into the B side very fast. It's the same pistol that OpTic ran, or at least similar, with one man towards top mid, although not throwing in that Xbox smoke to elude these guys. Nico is spotting, and just him playing for information is going to be valuable enough. If ENCE showed the bomb there, there'd be a lot of information for OpTic, but instead they rotate a man into middle, and the intention of that is Cajun's going to try and draw the attention of ENCE if they were to push down mid, and then we have Snappy close up on short with Config to be the big surprise, the big reveal. But for now, ENCE just set up outside of long, with 2 in the lower tunnels.
Looks like short control for the T side. Nade and flashbang and potentially smoke for the CT drop. Snappy reveals himself. They don't know that he has a secondary teammate there in Config, who's ready and waiting with the USPS, but they're both gonna rotate back to him. Snappy's staying and he's gonna die. Great jump shot by Alu.
Oh, Config, he can't hit the shot. Alu's already followed up with another. And now ENCE are all over this A bomb site. The pincers coming in from long. Sergey cleans up Yugi, caught out in the open. And just like that, this pistol is swinging heavily in the favor of ENCE. Nico does his best, but will it be enough? Cajun's cut off by the smoke, and they've got a nade for Nico in the spawn. And even flanked from middle.
Oh, wow. This is taking so many shots, but now Nico all alone. Pistol round goes to ENCE, as they have been throughout almost all of this game. And big advantage for them. Alu is getting closer and closer to the screen as they are getting closer and closer to the victory.
Yeah, 2 on train, 2 on nuke. Pistols have been flying through for ENCE. What have OpTic got? 3 scouts. I mean, why not?
Next level.
Ooh. See ya. Alu ran down suicide as well. I don't even know what gun he had, but he was gone very, very quickly.
Yes.
You see why they call it suicide.
And also, like, we're gonna get to see why. Like, Cajun B has such a stellar reputation as a secondary AWP. He's very good with these scope weapons. Also a very strong rifle player. Hits 1, but gets immediately repicked by Aerial.
Yeah, that's a nice bait there. The jump on top mid was clearly just to allow the repeat from Aerial, and Aerial continued to have a strong game, 20 kills now. He is just above and beyond anyone in his team. Make that 21, Niels. It is just going up and up and up. With Config, he's going to try and shut them down, but they've already smoked them off and taken the B-bomb site where only Nico sits. I say only, he's already starting to tag away. If he can finish off a kill here, he can make it worth his while, but Aerial overwhelms. Of course he does. He's unstoppable right now. Config's doing his best, and with 2 low HP players, he could catch them. They have not left this site. They are caught in the corner. Yugi's got a nade.
Oh. Damage being dealt, and now Yugi with the MAC-10. He knows they're low. He just spit away with this submachine gun, but it's not enough. 11 rounds to end. It's a very close round once again, but it doesn't really matter if you get close to this point because time is running out for OpTic.
Yeah, almost the ace for Aerial there. He got 4. Alexa B cleaned up with the last one. But yeah, great work from Aerial. He has just been a star of Dust 2 right now. As you said, just some maps fit some players, and clearly Aerial is a big fan of this one.
It's a different story for him in this time around, and well, ENCE definitely favored now in the betting.
You sure?
Yeah. Numbers are hard, but not that hard.
Yeah. Oh, what? He was jumping. He was in the air. He's called Aerial. It makes sense, but it really doesn't.
I need a replay of that. That looked out of this world.
God.
That looked out of this world.
What? That's ridiculous. Okay. All right.
Yeah, this, like, obviously it's against an eco, so it doesn't really matter that much in the context of the game, but that just looked...
The chance of you hitting that shot is so low.
All right, let's see if we caught it.
He's like, I don't really know.
I don't know what happened.
Look at this. Boom.
No way! That is disgusting. That is disgusting. And you're right. His name is Aerial. There's a reason for that.
That's unbelievable. He's 25-6. This guy, yeah, this, like, if OpTic can't shut Aerial down, they're done. They're out. They're going home.
And the problem is for OpTic is, yes, they have the buy now, but the second that they lose this, if they lose it this round, ENCE is going to be on 13. It's going to be an eco. Nice little spray down by an eco. 2 frags for him, and Cajun B is holding strong. Snappy taking damage, but winning the duel, and Alu in a 1v4. Restabilization for OpTic Gaming.
He may have won a 1v2 against G2 on that B site just yesterday, but this time, with double the numbers, half the chance, he runs back and he's going to be caught in spawn. Snappy's hearing all these footsteps, but wait, no, he's not. Alu's going to spot him. Free kill for him. Now he's got a lot more breathing room. Cajun does hold this mid peak, though. Does Alu prepare for it? Yes.
Yeah, I think there might have been some communication going through, because usually if you, like, you should hear that. So
yeah,
I'm guessing someone was talking.
Yeah.
And when you sit in that TeamSpeak and you know, like, you're in a situation where someone could be near, you ask for everyone to shut up and you just say, sound, I need sound. But if they're like discussing, okay, what are we gonna do, where can he be, where are we gonna save, blah, 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 then he might have not heard the footsteps.
Yeah, he was very quick out of that B bomb site, so no expectation, of course, for him to be that deep, but it was clearly audio that was the problem. 30 seconds here. Alu, do not count him out of this round.
Yeah, if you...
Yeah, you know, forget that.
If he gets that opening onto Yugi, he gets a free bomb site, but luckily for OpTic, they shut it down. So 7 rounds on the board, still doable. We saw it on Train, they came back, got into double digits. Winning this by one was a very important part of getting back into the game. Nico with a good hold, 2 for 1. Still money on the side of ENCE. Trying to break the bank for this buy, as Alexi B is only on attack 9.
He's just going to be tasked with going in first. The only man on short for now, though. Yeah. Maybe throwing in a bit of a fake. Got this ability to drop into CT spawn on this B push. You can see 4 players in the tunnels.
Trying to take a lot of attention. That's a good timing on that smoke.
They're going to go right through it. Flashes there, Nico avoids it. He only gets 1 with the organ. Cajun's got to be big. He's got to find 1 at least, but spam down through the door, down to 4. He's got to retreat. Aerial, similar story. 4 HP for him. And Alexa B, oh, this Tech 9 is not good, buddy. It's not 2015. He's not going to be able to find it. Yugi shuts it. And just like that, this is still doable for ENCE, considering they have rifles and a bomb down. And also, OpTic are on a double AWP with low HP on 2 of these players. Certainly a winnable round. Aerial has a Molotov, but so do they.
Aerial's still alive, that's the keyword. Only has 4 HP, but eats the nade. Surely, no!
Oh, goes behind him.
He's still alive in this perfect position. He's shooting upwards. 1 is low. Gets Cajun B. Can he go for the second one? He won't, but it's X7, 1v1.
Oh, but the bomb's not planted for him. He's got to flash his way in, and that's when Yugi hits a shot.
There's no time, there's no kit.
No time. Finds the kit, but that's a little bit too late for Yugi. No, he's got it.
Oh! What a last-second clutch. And that's the 3rd time. It would have been the 3rd time that it won't work out for him. Such good information. You hear, like, you don't hear it because we can't hear the team speak, but you can just see it in the face of the players. Instantly, the position of that kit was called out. Yeah. If he doesn't get that information in a second, that round is lost in a second.
Oh dear, oh dear. Yugi loves and hates to defuse at the same time, doesn't he? This man is all over it. Well, it's pistols here for ENCE, and already a death of Sergey. So
I think actually the entry that Ariel got on that B bomb set was also mid-air.
Really?
Yeah, he was like jumping in with the AK.
Dear, oh dear, what is this man doing? Whoa, he's not done just yet. Keep your eye on this. Oh, the communication not there for OpTic. Free kill come out from the P250. Conflict's got to hold strong on the site, but Alexa B with the P250 will bring a fight. 2 guns retrieved here from ENCE. No armor on these rifled players, but X7's now found himself an AWP. Nico comes from the spawn. That bomb is yet to cross, and there's no utility. This isn't a Nico after all. Cajun's offered up 1. Nico needs to win this duel. He needs to drop the bomb here, but X7 wins the fight with the AWP. It's just Cajun left. And there it is.
I don't know how that just happened, but it did. Like, entry on the Deagle, just taking so much control. As you said, communication issue. The guy at car, apparently, he doesn't know or doesn't react. Really nice shots from X7 as well. Good reaction on the
secondary AWP for this team. On Dust 2, we've seen Sergey take it. Over on Train, it was X7, and on other maps, it typically is, but yeah, definitely going to be able to use that AWP. And now you talk about OpTic's pauses. They've only got 1 left, and it's coming in right now. 8-12. Now, sorry, 8-13 after that eco win.
Yep.
ENCE very, very close to a victory here on Dust 2. Very, very close to knocking OpTic out. And remember, this is not the end of the road for ENCE. I mean, they're not through to the playoffs just yet. Even if they get this win, they've got a rematch against G2, the team that beat them on this map in the group stage.
Jumping back into the playground that is Dust2, and look at the money on OpTic. It's a force buy, but it's not a good one. A couple of Desert Eagles, a scout on Cajun B. Full setup on ENCE on that T side. Very close to getting 14. If ENCE win this one, full eco potential. That means that OpTic will have to play for OT probably. Such a huge round.
They did that earlier on Train.
That's true.
Gave away that 15th. That is never fun to do, but OpTic are running out of choices here, running out of options. Got one player down on long for the side of ENCE. Sergey holding on to the aggression, making sure OpTic don't have a mid flank. ENCE putting pressure on middle, and considering OpTic, yes, they have one scout, but they also have 4 pistols, so they don't really want to try and contain this battle on mid. Sergey keeps long control under question, but Snappy's got a great position on top of this barrel. He's just in the edge of the smoke. There's a very good chance he might come on top of this engagement if Sergey does push before that smoke blooms, but it's starting to fade. And falling back off of the cap control that kept OpTic on this A-bomb site and maybe looking for a bit of mid-play. Oh, long.
Bombs rotating back. Smoke has been dropped. How many are going to get past Snappy, though? How many kills is he going to get here? Headshot position with the P250. Anti-flash is taken out. The timing is perfect. Nothing he could have done there. Cajun B still alive with a scout. The rest just with pistols.
Alus nades, that's going to chuck the man on the site. Config put down to 60. He's got a deagle. This man is dangerous, as is Yuki, showing it off right now with 1 from the CT spawn. We could see a boost, but Aerial's trying to put the pressure up. Nico's found it. That bomb's gotten dropped. There's no time left, but just in time it getting planted. Nico's found 2. It's a 2-on-2 with Cajun still scouted up. They're both coming from the CT spawn. Sergey just holding this cross, but still aware of the flank possibility on long. He's dropped Nico, and Cajun's given away his position. That's free for Sergey. And just like that, another round on the board for ENCE. A very nice try from Nico and the boys, but it's not going to be enough on pistols. They are down up against 14 with no money to play with.
We are in the danger zone now, Hugo. This is where OpTic will have to get an eco in order to get a buy going for OT. And that's 7 rounds in a row they need. Assuming they don't win this one, which I would say is fair to assume.
31 kills now for Aerial as he hits that big 3-0.
He's been insane here in Dust2.
Unbelievable, yeah. I don't know how he's kept this up across both halves. Alu glocking down that mid player. It was just full USPs with a solo flashbang, and frankly, I could not expect too much from that one for OpTic. However, this is where they need to show what they're made of. Their last stand here, Risk, facing up against elimination in this group.
Deep breaths for the green wall. Is it going to be easy for ENCE and hard for OpTic? No AWP on the CT side, AUG on Yugi, not a lot of utility. No kits either. Alexi already now taking short control. Set up for a nice A split. As we speak, it's going to be Snappy down towards long with the M4. Has to get 2 frags here. And he will get 2 frags. Very important. Still alive, 15 HP, holding the angle. Alexi trying to find an entry from short.
Oh, but this gun barrel, it could stick over the edge. It could give Config a chance to find that kill. Only an M4, remember, so the headshot angles can be very difficult, such as this one from Snappy. He needs to land 2 bullets to do it, and he can't land a single one. X7 finding that frag. Alexi 1 before he's dropped. And now it's a 2-on-3 for ENCE. This is very doable for OpTic. They've split up 1-1-1, making sure mid is still under their control. And look at Cajun. He's in a great position.
Definitely at least a 1-for-1 trade in mid, which is fine.
If ENCE make even a footstep here, Cajun's going to have the information, and we could see that B rotate come straight off. Looking like they will commit towards Catwalk.
Smokes and Molotovs as well.
Yeah.
They can go for the double smoke up and drop CT if they want to go towards A. Molotov towards Goose and side, but Cajun B with the flank. He's read them like a book. He's communicating. There's no one here. Molotov lands in. They know exactly where they are, but Alu with the opening. Cajun B can be the hero.
He's found one, but there's still only 10 seconds left. Alu, he's got to run through that Molotov that he threw just to get this bomb down on the site. It will eventually get planted, but the nade's landing in, and he is getting chipped away piece by piece. 1v2 needed here. The push from CT from Nico, and Alu's yet to spot it. He might think it's long. Nico could even go for the jump shot, but he'd rather stay a little bit elusive. Climbs up the back, and Alu's going to be finished off. OpTic are not done just yet. 9 rounds for the Danes.
They stay alive once again. Just like Train, it's not going to be easy for ENCE.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely in control, but as on Train, like you say, you can't count them out. OpTic, they pulled a 15-6 comeback all the way to 15-11 before they eventually lost the game. If ENCE let their foot off the pedal, OpTic, well, they can push them out of the driver's seat into the highway.
Swoop in and take control. Alu not getting a shot through. Deep smoke mid. Looks like a setup for a B hit or a B split. Cajun B forced all the way back, and will just help his teammate out, throwing a flash for some early coverage, but no one's peeking yet into B. Alexi B probably gonna throw a fake, trying to throw a spanner in the works, showing some utility over towards the A bomb site. But then again, they are getting down into mid. Anything could happen now. This is the mid-round call. They have the default positions. What's the strat? Quick flash play out towards mid. Maybe a double smoke coming in, and then Sergey wrapping from B.
Yugi can watch CT spawn right now if they don't smoke that off. He's also making sure that short's covered, but if they go for a mid to B split, we need that smoke down to cut off Yugi's line of sight.
Surely it's going to be put down by Aerial. He's the first one there.
And this is a good setup on B4 tunnel, specifically considering Yugi's cutting off the back line. We have Nico taking the attention on the site from the tunnel players, and they'll be just focused on him while Cajun from above can rain down death. Now the issue is with Yugi's sight line about to get cut off from that smoke, they've got to worry about the mid split as well. So this setup has to change, and it has to change fast. Config, he may have found one through the smoke. That's going to ease some of the pressure. Still these players in the same positions. Cajun's got to hope his teammate has his back, but Nico only gets one. Cajun, same story. The B site's open for business.
On this drop, but will potentially be planted. 3v2 retake. Alu's holding the angle. 20 seconds to go, and the bomb goes down. Snappy not going to win that duel straight up. Alu finds one. That's Yugi gone down. 2v2. Molotov towards tunnels.
Oh, Alu! He's making it work. It's a 1-on-2, and Snappy's got to wait for that Molotov to fade before he even decides to push back in, and they're just waiting for contact. Alu's got it, and he's closed out the map. ENCE are going to pick up the victory here in Sweden. 16 rounds to 9. OpTic, they tried to build the green wall, but ENCE brought their sledgehammers to play with. And that's going to be OpTic eliminated here from DreamHack Open Winter. A nice try from them, but unfortunately, ENCE are just too hard to handle.
Wasn't quite easy, but they grabbed the victory, and that's exactly what matters in the end. And that's what matters for ENCE as an organization, getting there in the end, no matter the cost. That's what they have done. Victory for the Finns, and the Danish wall has been broken.
Wow, that hurts for OpTic. And of course, I don't want to make any rash decisions or predictions, but OpTic have yet to have success at events like this where they really should be making deep runs. They lost to Bravado over in the group stage on Dust 2, and it's only going to be fitting for them to get knocked out of the tournament by ENCE on the exact same map. It hurts to see such great players for OpTic, but you have to give commendations to ENCE, a young team with some older leadership from Alu, and they have just been fantastic.
Everyone has stepped up for ENCE, like every single one. We also see like in this end here, like Ariel and XP to some extent, but mostly Ariel on Dust 2. Alu stepped up as well, huge clutches throughout the entire tournament for these 2 games that he's played. Sergey on that train, like everyone's just stepping up to the plate, and ENCE showing that they came here to play, dropping that first map against G2. That was a one-time mistake. They're here to take a victory.
Yeah, well, we're done with us. We should have Rudolph and the Red-Nosed Reindeers over on the desk in just a second to throw over. See what they made of that game, of course. And yeah, a bit of a slobber knocker, a bit of a battle back and forth. What do you think, guys?
There we go.
Not your best throw, but it's not your worst either, so that's completely okay. I see where you're going with that, and yes, the Reindeers are in the house. And in fact, in the house are also ENCE. They made it look a little bit easier on the 3rd map, but it was a long, arduous, drawn-out process at that point. And boy, I've got to say, they're not going to be able to keep the streets under control there in Helsinki tonight. My goodness, the Finns are here to stay.
I don't think it's going to be that bad, Trish, but it's definitely definitely a good win for ENCE. I'm just going to shut you down here. No, a great win from ENCE. I think they were the better team when you look at all 3 maps. OpTic, once again, a little bit lackluster. I think they played a decent game. It's not like they were too bad in this one. They showed some potential again. They showed some glimpses of what they can do. Yeah. But when you look at the course of the 3 maps, you can just see, as Risk said as well, you know, the depth of the ENCE squad was just too deep, basically. They had all the players show up in crucial moments. They had all the players coming in with clutches, and they have all the players, you know, chiming in with what would be their A play. So when you have a team that goes that deep, and you're facing a team like OpTic, you're just prone to win, and that's what happened right here on Dust 2.
Absolutely. Like, just to touch upon like the maps as well, right? Like, Nuke was a map which should have gone either way. And when I saw OpTic pull off that win, I was like, all right, you know, you might actually see something here. But then Sergey was almost unplayable on Train. Like, everyone stepped up on Train. Alu with that op of his as well. Alexi doing work. Nico did try his best to like get a few rounds here and there, but Train just ran away with. And then Aerial on Dust 2 just went pure Super Saiyan 4 and just completely destroyed them. Sure, like they did try, like you said, they did try. There were glimpses of what they could really do, what they could really show. So, I don't know what to take away from this, right? I'm pretty happy for ENCE. They really like shook off the loss they had earlier. They managed to, you know, get the win now. They're going to be moving on deeper into the tournament. I'm not sure who they're facing next though, but yeah, ENCE are going to be pretty happy about this. For OpTic, I don't know, Pimp, like, could this be the sign, you know?
I think this would be it for this roster. I think they're probably going to stay together the majority of the roster, but I would not be surprised if we see some sort of change. You know, whatever they're going to change the in-game leader, maybe changing the coach, changing a player, I don't know, changing an organization even. Like, it's all possible, but at this point, it's just not good enough. I know we talk about OpTic, you know, coming second at the CS Summit, placing 3rd and 4th at Star Series, I believe it was. You know, it's decent results, but when you're a team that is built to win, when you have these like superstar players all together on one team and potentially superstar players like prone together on one team, you're supposed to be winning tournaments like DreamHack Opens. You're supposed to go into finals, and we just haven't seen that potential from OpTic in quite some time.
And not going out lost. Yeah, that should be happening.
Well, you know, we could talk about potential. We could talk about all sorts of things, or we could talk to some Finns. And in fact, one Finn is here with us. It's going to be Alexi B, my friend. Congratulations yet again. I see the emotions are running high.
Thank you very much.
Hey, so first and foremost, man, it's already kind of battling back from the ropes for you guys right now. Talk to me a little bit about your team coming into today.
Well, of course, we were pretty disappointed from yesterday. We lost to G2. We had a 11-4 lead or something like that. And we just threw some after plans on the CT side, and just they caught us off guard. They played great, but coming here today, we lost the first map, so we didn't taste the victory yet. But I'm glad we played a good Train. And on Dust 2, we just kept our composure and won.
All right, I have a quick question for you, right? Like, one thing I noticed about your team is like how in certain rounds you guys are extremely disciplined. Like, it's a 1v4, for example. You're not just going to push in and try to get the kill. You coordinate things. There's a lot of maturity in the team. At the same time, like we saw yesterday, like you said, you know, you were up 11-4. Then you see certain rounds which look, I'll be honest, it looks a little very amateurish, right? And it's 2 different worlds that we see in the same game. So, like, have you tried, like, how do you really work with that?
I think the Shocks was the game changer of G2, since he just, when we had like upper hand on retakes, or I'm not sure how the rounds went exactly, but he had some good flanks and we couldn't read him that game. But now I think going into the rematch, we know how they're going to play and approach the game, so I think we're going to play better.
Talking ENCE in general, I think the first time we saw you guys play really well was at Cologne, and then you obviously won Star Series. Where would you say, and where would you judge your team to be right now in terms of where your shape is? Are you the best ENCE ever, or are you still more to come from you guys?
There is more to come for us. We had some issues like coming here and playing before that. I'm happy we won the VSG qualifier for China. The national tournament, so I'm glad we took that. But before that, we didn't play as a team. We maybe got some egos to our side or something like that. But now we have been working on it, and I'm hoping we're gonna 2-0 G2 today and go into the semis with a good mindset.
Well, a good mindset is something you're definitely going to have. And as I alluded to, Helsinki's going to be a wild place should you guys pull this off today. It's a long road. Anything you want to say to the Finns at home, perhaps in Finnish?
Kiitti kaikille, jotka katsoo. Tulkaa katsoa tänään G2 vastaan. 2-0. Ihan varmasti.
Yes. Yeah. All right. At least we got the smile out there in the end, so I had to have known that something good came out of that. Thank you very much, man.
What on earth was that?
Yeah. blows my mind.
That
Anyway,
was pretty, yeah.
yes, so OpTic are out. We could continue to talk about ENCE, and we will later on when they go on to play against G2, but I guess it's just kind of hard to wrap my hands around what's going on with this OpTic team and perhaps where they can go from here.
Where they can go from here, like that's a question on everyone's lips, and they've been asking this for a while now, right? And they still, look, I respect the fact that they try to work out their issues instead of just going for a knee-jerk reaction and kicking out someone, getting someone else in. They picked up Nico. It's been 2 months right now. Yes, they've had decent results. Like I think they came third, like I mentioned, in Star Ladder. They came second, I believe, in one of the other events. I forgot what it was. Slipped my mind. Sorry?
This Summit?
Yeah, in Summit, yeah, absolutely. And then, which has some pretty decent teams. And now here, they go bottom out alongside LDLC in the DreamHack Open, where teams like Existence, Galaxy and Bravado have gone through. So, not acceptable results. I honestly, I think, like you mentioned, I think a change is coming here.
There's many different aspects to it as well, because one thing is as a player not being satisfied with the way your performance, not being satisfied with the way the team performs, but also from an OpTic point of view, if you're the owner of OpTic right now, if you're paying these guys a high salary and they're not winning, that's also a problem. So I think OpTic is being pressured from not only themselves, but also from the surroundings right now. So something needs to happen. They need to start winning, they need to start consistently showing up, or something will happen, whatever that's a change of coach, player, maybe an organization, you don't know.
All the illusions, everything that we could possibly allude to. And in fact, that will be for another day because OpTic are out here in Jönköping, and it's not exactly the finish that you would have liked to have seen, but we are going to be seeing them later on as they're going to take on G2. For now, though, I need to tell you about the less hassle, more esports approach to the game itself. Head over to Strafe Esports app, pick that bad boy up, put it on your little tablet, your little phone, your iPhone, your Android. We're all family today. In fact, just grab that app so you can follow along with all the action of all your favorite teams and esports tournaments across the globe. And now, we're going to be moving on into our third best of 3 of the day. And well, for what it's worth, it's going to be a little bit of complexity and Existence Galaxy. So make sure you're here with us when we come back. We're going to a quick break, and then we're going to jump right back into the action.